Hi, fourth grade. I hope this finds you well and that you guys are enjoying your time at home and are getting used to doing some NTI. All of this throws enrichment into a little bit of a quandary. Like, what are we going to do? We're in the middle of a big project, and I kind of hate to stop right in the middle of what we're doing. But we're going to have to. We're going to have to just stop where we are. Next fall, when we come back, we're going to start where we left off. We'll do a quick review of the urban planning, and we'll get all that set up, make sure everybody completes that, and then we'll go into the tiny houses. However, I don't know how you guys are feeling, and probably everybody is feeling a little differently. If I give you an assignment right now, some of you that might just be too much. Like, I just can't do a long-term project. I got too much going on for that. But others of you might welcome a long-term project because it's something creative to do. You might really enjoy it. So this is 100% optional, all right? And I've written all this down, so it's all in writing too. This is 100% optional, but I'm putting out an assignment to do a tiny house. So next year when we do tiny houses, I'm going to give you these certain parameters, like it must be 400 square feet, no bigger, it could be smaller. And it's going to have certain sustainable features. You'll have to have a target audience in the same kind of way that we did our urban plan, or that we're working on our urban plan. But for this, you will create a tiny house for yourself, okay? And you can either do a three-dimensional tiny house in any way that you want with any supplies that you have at home, and you will have to be creative. I mean, it could be anything. Or you could do a piece of transforming furniture, and that could be a bed that somehow you sleep in at night, and during the day it transforms itself into, or you transform it. It doesn't transform itself. It transforms into a desk. So you could have a piece of furniture, you could have a tiny house, you could have a tiny house with furniture in it. It's totally up to you. One of the things that I've been thinking about that I think is a really rare opportunity, I don't think we've ever had this opportunity before, is that when we're assigned a project, or we think about something we want to do, well, we go out and we get the supplies for it. We buy the supplies for it. And we can't do that right now. We aren't going anywhere. So we have to be more creative. We have to think outside the box. What could our tiny house be made of? If I don't have cardboard, could I go through the recycling? Do I have a garden and I could build it out of mud in the garden? Could I build it out of books or Legos? I don't know. Like, what do you have that you could use? That's the real question. And I'll be interested to see what you come up with. So on the enrichment webpage, you'll see there's some instructions on how to do this. We don't know how long we're going to do NTI, so I didn't put a due date. I'd love to see what you're working on every week. I consider this a long-term project. We just really have to see how it goes. And send me pictures, and I'll give you feedback on them. My office hours are going to be in the mornings, and you'll hear more about that later. So take care. I hope you're having fun. Enjoy this. Do this if you want. Don't do it if you don't want to. It's all good. Bye. I miss you all.